JK Games, a game podcast where we bring you the news and reviews we care about.
And right now, we're diving deep into one game at a time with our official video game book club.
So whether you're the one to 100% every side quest,
we're just here to scream and survive.
Easy mode or expert, you belong in our cursed conversation and now maybe compromised. Our internet's hijacked. Let's go.
So grab your flashlight and let's break it down one level at a time.
Ooh. Collins, let me tell you, listen, you're not the only one that's broke. I really hope this rogue hijacked program can help me make some money, but I'll tell you, we will have ways this month that you will be able to win one of these glorious Backlog of Doom shirts. So
for sure. We haven't figured out just how yet, but you can get one for sure. We one of my favorite things we've done here is when we did the giveaway for the Clickerbait merch, where we had some trivia and we gave away 2 of the now retired Clickerbait shirts. But seriously, give it up for Jerica. This shit is so cool. Like, it is so freaking cool. I mean, someone, I don't know.
System, but it calls itself, I think, the Backlog of Doom, the Doom program. And it does refer to itself as them and we. So it's plural.
We stand.
Doom.exe. Yes, that's its first
I will now exclusively be referring to gender as line of code.
It's still, take no we accept all lines of code here.
Aww.
And I'm excited to see what other things this program hacks. So, but yes, it is a cool shirt.
It definitely is. And if you're hearing our voices and you're like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, no, this has been a weird start to the episode. So
it has. So you might be an audio listener and being like, what the hell is going on? Well, let's just say, let me direct you to our website, jkgamespodcast.com, and you can see, I promise you won't. Disclaimer, you won't actually get hacked if you go to our website.
Yeah, true. But it's a nice program. It's not going to do that unless I tell it.
Right. It's at Jerica's disposal, but I am one of your hosts, Kayla, not the mastermind behind the code, but I am one of the users of the backlog.
Oh, and I'm Jerica, the other host, and the other one that just doesn't like to finish games. Did you know this thing had the audacity to call my under my profile picture in Discord? It says I'm a fake gamer.
How dare it? That is just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it's mean.
And we're also joined by our other member and our producer, Josh, who also doesn't finish games. Hi, Josh.
Yeah. I would say you're exposing me, calling me out, but honestly, it's true. I don't really, I'm proud of it. Life's too short. Just play the game, however long you want, move on,
You're so right. And we did a backlog.
It did not like that. I have pop-ups all over my screen.
This is an interesting question for you because this is backlog related. How many Steam games do you have?
Let me see.
If I try to open Steam, my computer cannot handle Steam.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
how do I go? Do I just click on the library and let's see, uncategorize? Oh, I just have 143.
Okay.
Is that like total games?
I think.
Do you have the
chat? Let us know yours.
App? Because it tells you in that too.
Oh yeah, I got the app.
That's going to be better. Yeah.
If you have it, click on, this is an activity for all listeners. Open the Steam app and then click on your little profile picture on the top right. And it will tell you how many games you have.
Well, here's the thing. Listen to this. So, Jerica, how long would you say you've had your Steam account?
This makes it sound even worse. I mean, I've had it for over 10 years.
And you only have 100 and something games? Is that right?
I've just never been a big PC gamer. Yeah, 100.
If you click view profile, it tells you how many years of service you have, which makes it sound like the military.
It does. Here's the thing. I've been on for 5 years and I only have 110 games.
Okay,
that's not that much.
That's pretty good.
I'm about to throw up. the program just popped up with a window on my screen to tell me
Right.
all of my stats on Steam, and it
Mhm.
told me you are definitely a fake gamer. It says I've had my account for 18 years
Okay.
and I have 113
Wow.
games.
Okay,
It's like,
yeah.
don't lie to your viewers.
You're a fake gamer.
You don't play a lot of games or finish
I'm
them.
just joking.
It was
Well,
really aggressive with that.
let me tell you this. This might be embarrassing for me, but I'm going to show you. And I also have had Steam for 18 years, according to this. It was
Wow,
when it was.
wow,
You know
cool.
why? It's when Orange Box came out. That's when most people got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
That's what I
it
played.
launched.
I played that
Yeah,
in
it launched with
Portal.
Portal and all that. So a
That's
lot
what
of
happened.
the original people. Anyway, okay. How many games have I beat on Steam?
I was 9.
Probably like 10 games. I probably beat 10 games. Okay, I don't even know on Steam. Check this out.
Sorry.
If it'll show you.
Oh,
Shut up.
841 games.
841 Steam games.
That's crazy.
I gotta make it to 1,000.
What a digital collection.
What
you
a
have.
digital collection.
Shout out to our lovely listeners and active viewers on this lovely Monday night. We have Dan Goodshow, welcome. We have Coal Mines. We have High Score Weekly. Wow, who's that? Coal Mines said, I think I have 4 or 5, a handful of games that aren't 80 gigabyte that run on Mac. Okay, so you do Mac Steam. Got it.
That sounds about right. That's the
Yeah,
Mac
for
Steam
sure.
experience.
Dan Goodshow said 12 years, 147 games. Not a chance I'd beat more than 7.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so
with you, Dan.
funny.
Good show. I don't know how
That's
many I've
okay.
actually beat, but I play a lot of games that are kind of like you just keep playing, right? Some of these you don't even necessarily beat.
Shout out to Jackal194 for the subscription. Very nice of you. Subscribe for
gonna
3
eat
months.
this flower because if you did that. Well, unless it can kill me. Is
It
this
might be.
murderous?
Well, I think the
We'll
bulbs
Google it.
are, the underground part is maybe. I don't think the flower itself
what?
is. Yeah,
For real? Is
maybe.
that serious?
I don't know.
I mean, there's
Um,
always a chance a flower's poisonous.
Yeah.
Anything outside, mom's always told me, don't eat that. It's poisonous. It'll kill you. So I think everything
that's probably
outside is dangerous to eat.
My mom's like the opposite. She's like, just give it a try. You know,
Yeah.
we live in the South. We have honeysuckle. I'd be out there pulling stuff off the
The
bushes
honeysuckle.
and just trying it.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
just
that
gotta give it a
looks
try.
like a strawberry, the ones I get from the store.
Strawberry. What is that? Is it a strawberry?
Yeah, you got it.
Strawberry.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you're. Well, I figured, Jerica, cat's out of the bag. We have some flower things to talk about today. We're doing our part 2 of what the hell is going on in Silent Hill F. We got a couple more hours in to talk about
What the
today.
F?
Yeah,
Sorry.
what the F is happening in Silent Hill F?
I almost made a game
Um,
called that.
Well, we
It's not
kind of
too
did
late.
that last
Yeah.
week. We did just a little recap if you missed our first part. We're going to talk probably about light spoilers today around like mid game. We'll put up a wall when we actually go like into spoilers. But if you check out last week's episode, we did like genuine like first impressions, and we did like a little bit of a retrospective on the Silent Hill franchise. But this week we're diving a little bit deeper. We're going to talk a little bit more. I have a few gripes actually to discuss, but I have some good things too. But Josh has prepared us a lovely
Oh
drum
man.
roll.
What's
This is so
happening?
random.
Oh, we're talking. We got props. Like
Yeah,
We're revealing.
I came up with this at like 1 a.m. last night, and I was like, I literally hand delivered these like a Kiki's delivery service. I hand delivered these cakes that I half made. I didn't make the whole thing, but spider lilies are in bloom tonight. Not tonight, but this season.
I'll say it just tonight.
So just tonight.
I have to eat some while you're explaining. We're now
So-
mukbang
Yeah,
streamers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right,
Silent
Jerica?
Hill
I got
was
my
released.
mid-spoon.
I don't know if they timed it with this, but
I'm for
there's
it,
a lot of
Carly.
spider lily imagery within Silent Hill, and so
Can I eat these flowers? They're on top of it.
I think so. They're just like carnations or something. I'm
Whenever
pretty sure
there's a
those are
chance
fine.
for me to eat a flower, I'm going to try it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them
We're
are
eating
you
they
know.
flowers right now.
And
Sorry.
so basically Silent Hill F has a lot of, themes around obviously life and death, of course. And so they use the spider lilies imagery. And so last night at 1 a.m. I was like, we should do something for the podcast. And so, yeah, I delivered these spider lily Silent Hill F cakes.
It
They're
tastes like a
spice.
pumpkin.
Yeah,
No
they're pumpkin
spider
spice.
inside
No,
the cake, unfortunately.
But it's going to tie into
Cookie season.
also both of these JK Games hosts. As soon as I gave it to them, they were trying to eat it like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And so, look, as soon as you showed it on the camera, it was like, oh, that's it, time to eat the cake. So there you go.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
last time you kind of mentioned it a little bit, Kayla. We're going to do a little brief activity. Since Silent Hill F, we don't know what the F is, and so.
Ooh, do we know by the end? I wonder.
Oh.
I don't want chat. If you've beat it, Coal Mines, I know has beat it. Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
We're going to talk about flowers in video games.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things is last time, Kayla mentioned this last week, a little bit about the spider lily, and so, I kind of already described it, I suppose, huh? It represents.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Remind me.
Essentially, what brought it up for me, and I'm a really big fan of Tokyo Ghoul, they do a lot of imagery with this. Another Japanese media, it's an anime and also a manga. The Japanese spider lily, or the higabana, I think, symbolizes death, the underworld, and the transition to the afterlife due to its poisonous nature and association with the autumnal equinox and Buddhist ancestor veneration festivals. So.
Yeah, there's all kind of different Buddhism.
Oh yeah,
but,
I'm sure
but
there's so much more.
In a particular Japanese style,
level.
Because these are in blossom now, it kind of, a lot of flowers bloom in the spring, and these are blooming, like you said, around the autumn equinox. So they consider it to be like, this is like when the veil is thin between like the other world, which plays into Silent Hill as well. And so it kind of has that kind of a theme to it. And so allegedly, I think this is more of a folklore, because this is what I was talking about. Jerica was asking if it's poisonous. I don't think the flowers themselves are poisonous, but they grow in bulbs, right? Kind of like tulips or something. There's like bulbs, and I think allegedly the bulbs is poisonous to small animals. And I think this might not be like a for real thing, but I have read that they would plant the bulbs around deceased people so that animals wouldn't like get under or
Interesting.
something. And so if you see these like sprouting up in like little areas, it like almost like represents kind of where people were buried, maybe. Who knows? But anyway, so I thought, Silent Hill F, flowers, and I like this. I like this use of the imagery in the marketing, and within the game. It's not really mentioned in the game. It's like not like talked about like a character, but you just see it like it's a visual representation. And it's so really I thought, I was thinking, what are some other games that use flower imagery? And it's actually not as much as you would think, but there's some prominent examples. And of course, for me, I'll start just so you guys can get the idea of like the yap. And basically, I was thinking of course, Super Mario. One of the first things you come up across is a mushroom, which is flower adjacent. But in Super Mario Brothers, the original one of the power-ups is, of course, the fire flower. And so, Mario, when you first play, it's like this weird world he's in. He's almost like an isekai, which is like a traveling to another world. Like in the Super Mario movie, he's in New York and then he travels to this other world. And so it's like this strange world of weird creatures and, mushroom power-ups. And one of the second objects, the second power-up is, the fire flower, which gives him like kind of superhuman like fire strength. So it's interesting that in this other world, he can find an icon that's recognizable to him, like a flower, but they do have faces on them, which is kind of interesting. At least not in the first one, but eventually in Super Mario World. But also there's other adversarial flowers too, like the piranha plant. This is the Lego one. And this is a classic Mario Nintendo enemy. And so a lot of times in the Mario games, they use mutations of flowers as kind of not a scary thing, but as like a bad thing. A lot of times flowers are like bad things. Ominous is a good word, which is interesting. Yeah. They kind of flip that. Yeah.
Yeah. In all of the games that I really only have two to bring to the table. But it's interesting because mine's kind of like the opposite. Whereas like Mario, I do know what you're talking about, where it is seen as almost like
now in Mario, you would think they would use a lot of flower imagery or something, but they use a lot of star imagery instead as like the good things. Like there's a lot of stars, star power, starlight, all this shooting stars. But flowers, which is more of a terrestrial thing, is almost like a negative thing for the most part, which is interesting. But you'd have Princess Daisy, named after a flower, of course, Princess of Sarasa Land. We don't have to turn this into a Mario podcast, but I just thought it was
You
interesting
would
that
if you could.
I thought it was a little bit interesting that flowers in Mario are almost, not always, but are almost equally as negative as they are positive, which is kind of interesting because sometimes there is some flower imagery in like the Yoshi games and all that kind of stuff, but for the most part, it's kind of it's not like always a good thing, which is interesting to me.
Yeah,
So.
because they're like pretty, but they have thorns.
Yeah. Oh,
Thorns.
yeah.
If I may, I would love to go
Yes.
next. My flower insert, when we're talking about Silent Hill F and its relation to flowers, I did want to say hello to Blaster Goblin first in the chat, who says, I'm here to talk about how Silent Hill isn't as good as Resi. Wow. Coming in hot. We may or may not agree. You'll have to wait and find out after we finish talking about flowers.
This is the flower podcast now.
Coalmine said red spider lilies are poisonous to dogs and were planted around cemeteries to prevent dogs from digging up corpses. So it does sound like that is accurate, Josh.
But if that's the case, wouldn't it wouldn't necessarily prevent them, but it would punish them?
No, because dogs can smell stuff like that.
You're right.
Like they will actively avoid things that they are
You're right.
allergic to.
Horses do
Not
that too.
always.
Horses do that
but
too. They don't
yeah.
eat like the plants that are bad for them.
I would like to submit one that actually Josh brought to my attention that I hadn't thought about in relation to this, but now that I'm kind of like looking through gameplay, thinking about the game a little bit more in depth, is Viva Pinata. And I love Viva Pinata. Viva Pinata is a secret farm game. It's not really secret, like it is.
Definitely is.
And there's a lot of things like that are very particular around like fertilizing the ground, like planting in certain conditions. If your little pinatas eat certain fruit or flowers that have like certain attributes to them, they will get certain abilities or like turn different colors. So like for example, you have the nightshade bush. You have monkey nut
Sorry.
trees.
I'm 5 years old.
Yeah. Monkey nut.
She's just like,
And so that is the game. Like, and there's like a lot of different like things that go along with the flowers. So when we talk about flowers and games, that is definitely something that comes to mind. Any other Viva Pinata enjoyers in the chat? Please speak up. I'm here. I'm here to hear about it. So, Jerica, what you got?
I mean, I sort of like Josh was sort of like setting us up for what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And I was like, and literally even without thinking, like I think flower, I think about a Pikmin, and
Mhm.
because I love Pikmin.
Blaster Goblin loves Pikmin too.
Pikmin. Hold on, I got
There she
a
goes.
prop.
It's Blaster Goblin's favorite game. The internet needs to know that Blaster Goblin is known for two things. Number one, Pikmin. Number two, Tony Hawk. But in that order. Yeah.
Isn't it nice to be known, Blaster Goblin?
Hope you know
Oh,
that one day soon I'm gonna stream Pikmin. I'm hoping for a Switch 2 version of the game. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put my headphones in here, but we'll try.
Oh my God, that's so
love
good.
Yeah, well,
It's so
a
good.
bud.
yeah, I love Pikmin. And, I never actually thought until we were prepping for this conversation, I was like, man, are they plants? Are they like creatures? They're alive. So they are like a hybrid plant creature, animal.
Yes.
I don't really know if it's
Yeah.
ever
They don't really
explored in
know.
the lore.
Well,
Huh?
it is a little bit. They try to
It looks like a
figure
little
out.
sprout.
They try to figure out what they are because they're part plant, part animal. They're both.
Yeah.
It's a new category.
It's a whole new category
Yeah,
of thing.
They're Pikmin.
Pikmin. And I think one day we'll get a Pikmin movie. I truly think we will.
You think so?
I think the world's bracing for Pikmin impact because I think there's a lot of us big fans of the franchise more than you think. But I pulled up like on Wikipedia because like I've seen different stages of like their bulbs and their blossoms. And I'm always like, does it matter what stage they're in? And it does. So you'll see like at the tip of their stem here, a leaf, bud, or flower. And in the main series, the more mature Pikmin, the more mature they are, the faster it becomes at walking and carrying items. So like as you're seeing their little, I don't know why I keep calling it this, their stem. I don't know what they call this.
I don't know if they call it anything in the game, but it is like a stem.
Stem.
Yeah, it's like a stem.
I feel dirty.
That's their stem.
Yeah.
You know, it actually will sprout and there'll be a little flower on top. So apparently, you know, that shows maturity in the Pikmin world. And I think that's beautiful.
I play Pikmin Bloom daily. And it's similarly, you can give them the nectar and it grows into like the little flower. And in Pikmin Bloom, you can get all kinds of different kind of flowers. So not just in the game, it's kind of this like white flower.
In this game?
No,
I've
they
never
should.
played
They should let you.
app.
That'd be cool.
Mobile
but there's different flowers like Bird of Paradise Pikmin or like Chrysanthemum Pikmin. There's all kinds of flowers. Yeah, it's really cool.
Schwag in the chat said, I really didn't expect to open the show to this.
Most people don't, because we say we're talking about Silent Hill, but then here we go.
Well, we started talking about flowers, spider lilies, spider lily cake here that I hand delivered. Kiki
Thanks
delivery
for bringing it around town, Josh. That's why we're here.
This is why we're here. We're here to talk about the F in Silent Hill. We're here to talk about flowers. We're here to talk about spider lilies, Pikmin,
This is a fun podcast.
A podcast apparently.
Yep. Josh, do you have any other flower inserts?
Well, you're just trying to eat cake while I'm talking.
Let them eat cake.
Because I could just talk. So you're just hungry. Another good one is Aerith/Eris from Final Fantasy VII. Of course, she's a flower seller. And she is associated with a lot of flower imagery in general. I don't think it's I don't know if there's like a real world flower that, it's a Final Fantasy type flower. F for Final Fantasy, Silent Hill, Final Fantasy.
Interesting.
And so I think a lot of people, she's a flower seller. And so a lot of people kind of associate, that kind of her innocence and her, story with the whole like flower shop aesthetic. And especially in Remake, you go and visit like her house and like all this stuff. So I think a fan favorite character that is often associated with flowers. And then if you want to talk about flour like that you cook with, you have Cooking Mama, Overcooked, but that's FLOUR. So
Stop.
Yeah.
English is hard.
Yeah.
The only other flower insert that I have that immediately came to mind was, of course, none other than Stardew Valley. If you thought you were going to get away with me not talking about farm games for the Video Game Book Club, you're incorrect. Lots of seasonal flowers in Stardew Valley. Really, any farm sim, you're going to come across this kind of thing. But I just love the way that the flowers look in Stardew Valley, and I like to collect all of them. My personal favorite is the Summer Spangle, which is rare in Stardew Valley.
Rare.
But yeah, definitely tons of games we could talk about. That is my last personal entry, though. Jerica, did you have any others?
I'm all out of flowers.
We're all out.
She's been deflowered, folks.
There it is.
It's been a minute.
It was there.
Oh, no. We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Every time I put the Pikmin hat on, it tends to happen, Brings everyone to my yard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I guess we should get to actually talking about Silent Hill Alpha. When we have, there is very much I'm excited to see how the meaning of the spider lily plays into the actual game, which we've seen a little bit of, but let's go ahead and jump into our easy mode. And in our easy mode in the past, we've talked a little bit about what we've been playing. I know Jerica has a little tease she wants to talk about for some tomorrow thoughts. Jerica, you want to talk about a little Note?
Someone, what was the joke, Josh? You were like, "Hey, someone play this game," and
I was trying to convince Kayla's husband, Hunter, to play Ghost of Yotei. He's like, "No," and more like Note, but he didn't say that.
I didn't know that was him. That is so funny.
We're putting in this story that he actually said it,
but I said it. I put that because it's funny. I made it funny. He was just like, "No," that's all he said.
No.
Yeah, that checks out. It's not a hunter game. I did think that maybe Silent Hill might be a hunter game, and it
Oh.
wasn't. He decided no. I did show it to him, and he was like, no. He's very picky with his games. He's playing Lego Batman right now and trying to platinum it currently.
He's mentioned other game interests and things that he enjoys, and I'm always like, didn't see that. We need a whole episode dedicated to Hunter's games.
Yeah, he has been. He was on an episode long ago when we talked about DC stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring both the partners back into the mix because partners. All lines of code are open here. We're open to all lines of code. That needs to be on the shirt too.
Patrick said, "Leisure Suit Larius is number one, isn't it?" But yes, Jerica, tell us what you got planned. What's up your sleeves?
Listen, I have been playing so much of Ghost of Yotei, but I'm not going to give all my details of how I feel here. I'm going to give you a taste of it, just a sample. We're at the grocery store, and I'm like, "Do you want this little cup? You have Jerica's thoughts?" And you're like, "Yes," but that's all you get here tonight because tomorrow I'm on Spotlight Games, and we're discussing in full impressions of our time, me and Cayman, with Yotei. But I wanted to sort of kick it off to say, for one, played all weekend, and I should have been playing Silent Hill F. Picked up Silent Hill F today after playing Yotei for probably 5 to 8 hours, and wowie zowie, Silent Hill F is way more difficult to play. Oh my god! But they're both like different types of difficulty, but like the pace of the action is much slower and scary in Silent Hill. So like going back and forth between the two, and that was interesting today.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, Yotei is just really surprising me moment to moment. I haven't really done any of the main story stuff yet, but all the side quests, the gameplay. Ghosts of Tsushima was also like I enjoyed that game. I don't think I was instantly grabbed by the stances and the different types of ways you change your stance, I guess, depending on the enemies you're attacking. But like with Yotei so far, it's very weapon focused, and you can go so deep with how you use your weapons and how you upgrade them. And God, I'm just having a blast.
Oh yeah,
I'm loving just figuring how I need to fight, but I can't put it down, and it's so good, and I cannot wait to go further and like really dive into like why I think it might be my number 2 or 3 game of the year. And you'll hear which ones it's knocked out of its way tomorrow night on Spotlight Games.
Wow, what a good plug.
Nice. Love a good plug. And if you wanted to see Jerica's like first, what is it, like 2 hours of gameplay?
It wasn't even that, Kayla.
It was like
Kayla,
an hour.
Don't try to sell me.
I'm so sorry.
Don't anyone on. No, you can't. I was like, it wasn't that cool. I'm just over here drawing on my track pad.
It's so funny.
Here I go again. This always looks so dirty, but that's what the game makes you do. And I'm like, but I did like get to the title screen. So if you want to see that, that's pretty funny.
That is funny. I personally have no vetted interest in this game. I did not play Ghost of Tsushima. But I did enjoy watching Jerica play it, and I like when people like things. So I will also be listening.
I'll plug them too because they allowed me to be on their show. But I was on Grow Up, Level Up, which just posted, and they did a Ghost of Yotei episode. And I actually wasn't going to play this now because I didn't really like Ghost of Tsushima that much. I don't know, I didn't get it to. I played it like a couple hours and just dropped it, like we were talking about. Backlog.
Right,
it got backlogged.
Part 2.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That's right.
I backlogged it. I couldn't remember what it was. I think it was that. And so, because I was going to be on their show and committed to that, then he was like, "Oh, we're going to do Ghost of Yotei." So I was like, I guess I should play it. So I went ahead and played it, and I got to say, I definitely like this concept more. Assassin's Creed Origin is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, so it kind of has that similar path where it's like you're trying to, well, it's samurai stuff, get revenge. But also, I did a little lore drop on his podcast because Yotei is the ancient or the medieval Japan name for what is modern day Hokkaido, and Hokkaido is where my family's from. So this has been fun to kind of just kind of, I don't know, put myself in their shoes, I suppose, because
Yeah.
my grandma had always told us that one of our ancestors was a like a samurai or mercenary in Tokyo area, because her last name is very central Japan, but she lives in Hokkaido, which is Yotei. And so she was saying the reason the name's there is he had people after him and he got on a horse and just rode as far north as he could and crossed the ocean into Yotei. And that's actually kind of the plot of this game, which is people were escaping from, uh, basically the Japanese shogunate, and escaping as far out to the country as they could into, Yotei or whatever. And so it's so cool that like this is kind of the plot. And I know it's like a romanticized,
really cool,
obviously
yeah.
cinematic, like samurai
sure.
romanticized version, but still very interesting. So
That's
I've
really
been liking it though.
cool. I love it. Well, you'll just have to listen to Jerica talk more about it tomorrow with Cayman. And I've mainly just been playing this, so I don't really have anything else. But maybe I will next week. I probably will at some point. I've been desperately trying to get to y'all's level. So,
Well, we got to
um,
have it beat next week. So pedal to the
yeah,
metal, thumbs to the
stickies.
joysticks,
Yeah.
Something like that.
something like
Um,
that.
Well, Jerica, let's ease in to the let's pull the car over, as Patrick would say. Let's pull the car
Okay.
over and talk about some
Do I have
Silent
to pee
Hill
in a
F.
cup at this point?
Yeah.
Because usually when I pull the car over, that's when I have to pee. And when there's not a bathroom, I've done that twice in my life.
Is a cup easier than just like getting out of the car and just going on the ground?
Yeah,
For women,
but you
yes.
A cup
know,
would
didn't
It
be
even
is.
easier.
bubble it. People could see you.
Yeah.
It's in the car. You just have to
Well,
angle yourself.
Okay.
the trick is if you get out of the car, you have to open both the doors.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
Yeah,
open the
like a little
driver's
partition.
door or
That's
the
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
just asking to get hit by a car at that point.
That's
I guess
true.
if you're
I
not
don't know if
busy,
that doesn't
yeah,
make any
okay.
sense. I just wanted to say it.
Yeah, that is also true. Speaking of Hunter, he is bringing me a new beverage,
Oh.
which is so kind. Hunter,
Oh,
what did you say when Josh asked you if you wanted to play Ghost of Yotei? Did you hear him?
no.
He goes, no.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what
No.
he said. He said no.
Yep. But yeah, where are we all at? Should we start there? Should we start with where we all ended up this week?
I can say this because it's been addressed already. We've seen imagery, but the monster with the breasts, that's where I'm at. I just defeated that thing. I did
think
that
I've
right
seen
before we
that.
did the podcast. Yes.
I don't think I've seen that.
I remember Coal Mines or someone saying there's a journal entry that tells me
Yeah.
more about it. I don't think they call them breasts, but I think they're boobs.
Have you
Jerica-
been reading the journals? Okay,
I
that's what
finally
you're-
read a
okay.
lot of the journals. I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of new information that was there for me, and I was not eating it like I should have been. So thank y'all for telling me. If you haven't read the journal entries, you're missing a lot from Silent Hill
Yeah.
F. FYI.
That's
Mhm.
what the F stands for. FYI.
I agree. I think that like for me, it's hit or miss whether or not I delve into like the journals or like the extras in the game. This game has me wanting to pick up every
Yeah.
piece of paper.
Yeah.
It has me wanting to flip through like everything and to learn more because it is so cryptic and like you don't
Yeah.
really understand what's going on. Like I want to pick up all the different like nuggets that I can as
There's
much as
so
I
many
can. Yeah.
like so much symbolism, metaphors, and things that like you'll just not have an understanding of and just miss out and possibly not get the right type of emotions, or if you might see an action and think, oh my god, that makes no sense for that character, but then you read these journal entries, you're like, okay, this makes sense.
Mhm.
So it adds a lot of context. So I'm glad you brought that up, and thank y'all for
This is
telling
a
me to
good
read
Yeah.
these
call out
entries.
because, like Kayla said, sometimes in games like this, it's kind of like a chore. Like you're
Yeah.
doing something fun or like actiony, and it's like, oh, here's this optional
got a new journal
thing.
entry,
It's like
yeah.
long. A lot of times they're just too long. I'm like, okay, like it's lore, but like Destiny 1 had this problem right with all the grimoire stuff. It's like this is so much. Like I don't know. I just don't want to sit here just reading this. I'd rather play. This does a good job of balancing that, like Kayla's talking about, where it's like you'll get scraps where it's just like a paragraph or one
Yeah.
or two paragraphs, and it's just enough to like even though you're taking a break out of the action, well, maybe you need a break from the action if you're like running and you're like having anxiety about it. But yeah, read a little paragraph and then, you know, you pick up more and more like as you go. And it's a nice little pacing of it.
I agree. And I think that it's really nice to look at because it's like hand drawn. And also you're kind of like reading it from the main character's like lens as well.
Hmm.
And so it'll be interesting that you'll like see something in your environment and then it will like spawn a journal entry like based on what you've seen. And so because again, like I mentioned, the story, as we all know, is a little bit cryptic at this point. I think it's helpful to have those little nuggets of like, oh, I saw this thing and it made our main character think of this moment in her life or like this, the way that this person interacts with her. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I'm glad that was on my mind too, Josh. I'm glad you asked her because I was like, wait,
Yeah.
all yet? I personally, me and Josh, I think are in similar spots based on the conversation before. I'm about almost 4 hours in. And I am still at the school. I'm at the middle school. If you know where that's at, I am excited to talk about some of the story beats that have led up to this moment. And I have a couple things, just a little couple nitpicks to talk about, but I don't want to take over the episode. Josh, you're just out of the school, right?
Yeah, I just mostly finished the school. There's, like some puzzles. And then I'm in kind of the next other world part of that.
There's one thing about the school, and Kayla, it'd be good for you to know. There's I forget how far or into the school are you? Like, have you just started or?
I'm like kind of in it. I know that like for example, what I'm trying to figure out is I need to find the keys.
Yeah.
There was too many keys in the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I get it why there's a key.
Only the first one was like really kind of tricky, but after that, it wasn't too bad.
I just got annoyed by all the doors and the keys. I got turned around so much.
This is part of my gripe. I don't know if we want to talk about this here.
I mean, go ahead.
But,
let's do it. I mean, for you anyways, like it's interesting. We're all so close actually at this point. So I would love to sort of break down, like, we'll come back to it in just a second, but I want to hear if there's been moments you've been really scared now. But yeah, like, what did you think? What do you think so far about your school and the school experience of the? I forgot. I don't know if there's like a name of the school. It's like
it is. It starts with an
right?
E. It starts with an E. Jackal said, "Love the puzzles in the school." Okay, and Coleman said the school section was very fun. I'm enjoying it for. It actually kind of reminds me of Little Nightmares a little bit. I don't know what it is about it. I guess it's like the school like setting, and the spooky like liminal space when you're looking down like the certain angles, but. It's not really about this section in particular. As we've gotten a little bit further into the game, I'm struggling. I'm channeling my inner P-Schwag right now. I'm struggling with the map and navigation in this game. I also had to message Josh the other night because I was lost and I knew he was like not far past where I was. And I don't think like I know this game is very much like prompting you to explore and to like figure out where you need to go. It seems like a pretty big part of what this game is trying to tell you. I do think one thing that is confusing to me is when I don't know about you guys, but when I see that a space is blocked, I'm not really going back. Is this a Metroidvania? Is Silent Hill F a Metroidvania?
I think it is. Yeah.
Where you have to go back? Because like okay, sure. All of a sudden, Shu has opened the path. Great. I didn't know that because he's not near me. And so, like, so then I'll look at the map and I'm like, you know how the map looks when you like can't go somewhere. It's got the X across it. And it's not that I don't want to explore. Like, I do enjoy that aspect of this game. I think it's kind of fun to turn a corner and be like, oh, I didn't realize I could go this way. But maybe I'm relying on it too much as like a crutch. But to be clear, I have been running from most of the enemies, but I'm running away.
It's probably the more realistic path to take. So,
yeah, especially for this character. Jerica, do you find yourself in a lot of fights, or are you trying to dodge your way and like leave the area?
I think for me, it's been easier just to deal with them because I feel like if I don't
Hmm.
take care of them, then I know I'm gonna get lost. Like I also am struggling, and I don't think it's this. It's been the school in particular because I think I just get so turned around, and I'm like, did I open that door already? And I know on the map it can show you if something's open, but I'm like, at one point I went through and tried to open every door because I'm like, oh my god, what door do I need to go into? And then
Yeah.
like looking for the lockers. So I was like getting so lost. So I knew I was gonna go. If I saw an enemy, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go and take care of them because usually,
Hmm.
I've gotten really good at like doing like the counter attack. So like where it sort of blinks for a second, and you know when to attack. So one good parry and like counter attack, and they're usually dead. Most of the main enemies, little stabby stab. So I just take care of them when I can. But yeah, I usually fight because I'm just like I hate knowing it's behind me, walking and following me.
Okay.
It's bad.
That's a really good point. I guess a lot of times, so coal mines basically told me I'm stupid. And because I'm just
Coal
kidding.
mines.
I'm
What
just
are
joking.
you
I'm
doing?
joking. He did
How
not.
are you?
He said he said I didn't really have that issue. I felt the game steered you in the right direction a lot. Um,
Have another bite of
I
this cake.
yeah, do a girl. Um, I don't know. Maybe this is just like a unique to me because of the fact maybe we're on to something here because Jerica is kind of facing the enemies head on, whereas I am trying to avoid them at all cost. So a lot of the times when I am like leaving an area, I'm kind of rushed, and so like I think maybe what is
Hmm.
happening to me is I'm turning the wrong direction. I also, and maybe this is because I'm on keyboard and mouse, maybe it is.
Hmm.
Um,
Mm.
I feel like my controls are a little janky, and I don't know if that's just the game and like how
So
it's
a little
supposed to
bit is the
feel.
game, a
What
little
do you
bit
feel
is the
like?
keyboard and
Yeah.
mouse.
I
Okay.
don't know. The game it's just it's a slogger, but it's supposed to be like that. But
It's
it
yeah.
is
Yeah.
hard to get used to.
It has that early 2000s survival horror kind of
Yeah.
Like I'll
feel.
get
Not
stuck on a wall,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then I can't like
It's
see. I can't move. I can't get
Yeah.
around fast enough.
it's
So
not like it's like a little bit stiff. So
Yeah.
it's not like a
That's a good way to
super
describe it.
and me and Drake have been playing Ghost of Yotei too, which is the opposite, so fluid, like
Not
the
it's
combat and
not
the
fluid at
and so it's
all, which I
weird when
mean,
you go back to it. But yeah. You know what I hate, and you mentioned it a little bit, is sometimes like I like to run a lot too because I'm trying to save like my durability and my health items. And especially if I'm like exploring, it's like I don't really need to be fighting these little basic enemies and wasting maybe getting hit on them. But
yeah.
I don't like some of the enemies don't like actually go away.
Yeah,
Like,
and so
oh, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I
so
wasted all this time and I got hurt. I
yes.
used health items and this just comes back in like 30 seconds.
Yes, I'm so glad that you brought that up
Oh,
because that's also like why I'm like, why should I do this? I think it really got me in the what is it called? The corridor or the what is the maze looking thing? What is that called?
huh? The
The
field?
no, the corridor. It's like the otherworldly
Oh, in the other world.
after
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've what comes after the school. I had a good time
Um,
in with
well,
the
I'm
first
having that
yeah.
no,
problem too, where they're just chasing me around. They won't die. I'm
no,
like, oh,
I'm I'm talking about after you get pushed down the stairs.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
There's like a
Yeah.
lot of
Okay.
hallways and there's like little rooms.
The little like place you go to, yeah.
Ooh.
Um, Coal Mine said, I mainly only ran from enemies if they were tanky enemy type or if it was a group. And Jackal 194, this is a good talking point as well, said I really had to rely on the focus
Mhm.
ability with combat. I don't feel
Yeah.
like that helps me. Am I crazy? I don't
The
know.
focus, if you
Sometimes I
hold
don't.
it, it'll charge up the little meter. You know where the durability is. If you hold it, it goes like, zoop, and then it lets you do like if you press. Well, I don't know your buttons, but if you press your normal attack button, it'll do a nice little stagger attack.
Gotcha. Yeah. Maybe I'm just not holding it long enough.
Coleman says
Coleman
I
said,
sparsely use focus, so I guess
yeah,
play style.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
But that's my
that's your main
gripe.
gripe: getting
My main
lost.
getting lost and not realizing that like a previously blocked because like I do see what you mean like it kind of points you in the direction but like I don't know if this game in particular has the best emphasis on like environmental storytelling as far as like you should go here like kind of indicators not to say that every game should be like easy, but sometimes I don't know if you guys do this either. Sometimes I'll see a ladder and assume I can climb on it by the way it looks, and I can't actually climb on it. Like I don't know, just little things like that. And that's probably like my only gripe. I am a little there's a couple story. I'll save the story things for later. Some comments I have about the story, but otherwise, like I am like the environments that we're in are very intriguing to me. Like I love all the little details in the environments. Same thing I talked about last week, but just wanted to add that kind of like layer about getting to places because getting to the school from the previous location you're at, it's like kind of far away on the map. I do appreciate the map. I feel like it is pretty like dense, but sometimes I'm also dense. And
Oh,
can't
same
get
here,
there.
girl.
Yeah.
Same. I'm getting lost a lot. The next area
Yeah.
though that you get to after the school, I had the best time in that space. And I
Ooh.
think the map works really well for you. So I'm curious to see what you think in this next area where you heavily rely on the map because it is like a true maze, in my opinion. And you have to like open up different doors to get to different
You're
rooms.
talking about the other world?
Yeah,
That's where
the
I'm at
next
now.
time you're there.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to use the map.
I've had the best time in that place though. And you would think this is the total opposite type of level that Jerica would love. But I actually had a good time.
Can you give me a tip since we're here? Hey, can you give me a tip? Because
I'm okay
I'm
with light
struggling.
spoilers.
I'm struggling there. Well, it's not really a spoiler. It's just like in this space she's talking about. It's like almost like she's talking about. It's like a puzzle, and you have to look at the map to know like which way to go, like doors and stuff.
I
But
don't know if it's earlier in the game or not because I did it so much in this part of the game where you have a I guess a platform and you can choose to toggle the door
like
with the red plant, the door with the blue dove, and it's going to only open. You choose to only have those doors open.
But behind those is other colors and it's like different combinations.
Yeah.
But the problem I'm having is like what I'm talking about is it opens little enemies get out to where I'm to the central area where I'm like trying to, progress. But then I'll have to fight them, but they're kind of hard. They're a little bit hard for me. And then they just collapse on the ground. But I'm still trying to do stuff.
Girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, the baby doll people are weird.
Those people. And so I have both of them like just running around chasing me, and I'm trying to like progress. So are you just fighting them every time, and then like
if you kill them where there's a blue light, they will go away forever.
Oh, see, wait,
like look for the light.
This is exactly what I needed.
And it's good for Kayla to know too. Make sure
that's helpful.
Will help you have a better time in this
I didn't know
because I couldn't imagine doing it with.
Yeah, so that helps me. I was already like, I stopped. I almost rage quit. I was just like, I was so irritated because it was like,
it's a lot of looking at the map and you don't want to fight stuff like.
And I got stuck in this loop because they're literally next to the shrine, but you can't talk to a shrine if you're in combat. So I would like almost die, and I don't want to use my healing, but I'm using my durability up, and I kill it, and then I would just heal at the shrine, and then they come back. So,
I do that a lot. And I also, one thing, I toggle the map a lot to pause and collect myself.
Oh, smart.
I pull the map up to be like, okay.
Take a break.
Which way should I go? And yeah, I found myself doing that a lot too. I do really also like the shrine, or not the shrines. Is it the shrine where you can pray? There's a different word for it. It's not a shrine. Oh, is it shrine?
I don't remember.
Well, it's different. It's you in shrine objects, but yeah.
I like being able to get the randomized abilities and also yes, except they go up in price a lot. They are stingy.
Yeah, this is a good topic. So, what has everyone spent in there?
I spent all my faith on just being able to add more. This is in Ghost of Yotei too, but I can't remember the name for the charms.
It actually is, which is funny. It's the same thing too.
Same thing.
Oma.
Yeah.
Oma?
Yeah, I think so.
I wrote it down somewhere, but did you guys
3,000 to 4,000 at this point on that?
Did you guys find the extra inventory bag where you can make your inventory bigger? I found one so far.
I only found one.
Hey, you missed one somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, one was in this place I'm at because she goes, "Why is my bag in here?" Or it was in the school.
Oh,
it was in the school.
Altar,
I think it was in the school.
I think I got the one in the school.
There was another one out in the town.
Umampri.
Umampi.
Um, and then the name of the altar is Hokora,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
Um, I think I've spent it's because your faith goes up every time, like how Omamori, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
Omamori.
Yeah.
Omamori.
I was like,
Omamori.
I believed you in the first one, Jackal. But I'm up to I have to pay like 600, I think,
For
faith.
pulling them. I think I'm like
Yeah.
700 or 800 on this.
And
But
then have you guys done your skill tree? Have you like upped your
yeah,
skill tree at
that's what I
all?
was gonna say.
Like,
I did like Jerka did said I wanted to have one more slot, so I spent like 1,500 to get that,
mhm.
and then I upgraded my health once because I've been struggling on story mode or
Yeah,
whatever.
me too.
Um,
It's
and
hard.
then yeah, I just pulled some, and it is still hard to like find all the things to like give you enough faith, like the offerings,
Yeah, and it's also
and
hard to balance like, do I save this for health
yes.
reasons or like stamina, or do I just go ahead and offer? Because a lot of them double as like resource, or you can
Yeah.
like offer them.
I
I think
usually
that's an interesting.
save the health ones, but I'll usually get rid of the sandy ones because like whatever.
Yeah, I agree. Um, so I think that I like that the kind of like skill tree quote and the like that whole system is pretty like basic. Like it's not super like extravagant. I think it makes sense for this character. I am hoping that I get better weapons. I don't know if I
That's,
do.
I think, and I know this has been a critique from folks, but like,
Yeah.
I don't love the combat, and I
Hmm.
don't love that I'm not able to use something else in this world. Like, I don't, once again, never played Resident Evil game. Or I mean,
Yeah,
Silent Hill, my bad.
okay, okay. I was like,
Except
wait.
except PT. And that's just a demo, so whatever. And it's a game that actually never came out. Does she like, can we have an ability, like something else to like push some of these enemies back, or like I wish it didn't use endurance when you dodge, because like I'm having trouble getting around enemies and moving around
Hmm.
them. And like I have received a weapon that I only think you can use in the on the other side. We'll call it the other
Yes.
side for now.
The Naginata. Is
It's a
that what you're
staff,
talking
like
about?
a
Yeah.
Yeah, Naginata is what it's called.
Nagi Naga, and I love that because I can get some distance.
Yes, I like that one too.
Yeah.
Any close combat fighting sucks. It just
Yeah.
isn't fun to me. And I'm not saying that it sucks. That's the wrong term. To me, not fun. Not a good time. And I want this lady to get some other way to fight these things, or at least let me grow some of my endurance, like, and not have to pay out the wazoo for it. Like this girl is running in real life. She should be getting fit. My
Yeah.
stamina bar should be growing without charms at this point. Like that's
Yeah.
realistic, I think. Right?
Jackal194 said, I would love for someone to get this child a gun.
She
Give
wouldn't know how to
her
use that
an
thing.
AK-47. That'll show the booby monster who's boss, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that which is why like
I mean, I'm not saying like the game needs guns, but like I want some
no,
kind of
that's not what I meant either.
I feel like I
Make it
just
make
want
sense for the thing.
yeah, I just want her to have something that makes her a little bit more OP at times.
Yeah, I think that this game really wants you to run away. Like, I think it wants you to run from the combat. And I think it wants you to be afraid, which in turn, like, you're going to be more afraid if you're running
Yeah.
and invulnerable. So I get the why, but yeah, it doesn't make the combat super enjoyable. But I think for me, I'm so intrigued with everything else that is happening
Yes.
that it is
Agreed.
okay. I will say, I don't know when we want to go into like story moments, but I'm reaching a point where I need a little bit more from it, I think. I need a little nugget of like, and I think we're gonna get that
The
soon.
school's good.
Like
You're in this. There's a lot of school stuff, so
okay,
I think you'll
gotcha.
like
I
it.
think I'm close to getting there, but like I have had a couple of moments where the shit is scared out of me. Like
Ooh.
I I love to be
Okay.
scared in games. Jerica and I have talked about horror games. I love being scared. I love horror movies. I love Halloween. I love spooky, like everything. So I do think we talked about in the first episode that this game historically leans into more like quote like realistic horror or like unsettling moments. obviously there's monsters and there's like this a lot of like reference to like women in society, especially at this time in Japan. But yeah, the scarecrow stuff got me, guys. I gotta be
Oh, yeah,
Would
honest.
you
spooky.
say we should go ahead and dive into expert mode and talk about some themes and what we're sort of exploring here? Josh,
Oh,
I
I
don't know
would
if you have anything
say
else.
yes.
Did you say yes? Josh, you have anything else about the combat, or
No,
I want to skip you
no.
here?
Yeah, no.
Because I think we can
You gave me
start
the pro
putting
tip.
some things
That was
together.
my main complaint was about those enemies. You told me to look for the light. Wow.
Blue light.
What
Look
a
for the blue
mentor.
light.
That's such a like Yoda
Wow.
thing to say. Obi-Wan.
Or fireflies.
Fireflies.
Help me,
Last
Obi-Wan
of Us.
Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I do want to hear before we go too deep into themes, Kayla. What do you think about the cornfield with all the scarecrow-esque enemies?
Listen, that has been the scariest part so far, and I think that this game, I've been trying to gauge because again, new to the franchise, I don't really know. Like, I know this is a horror franchise, I know this is a horror game, but there are different types of horror, and there's different things that people lean into, whether it's more overt, like what the hell is going on, like this is disgusting, like body horror or jump scares. A lot of like horror media leans into more jump scares, taking you by surprise, like catching you off guard. Um, and then there's the more like uncanny valley is kind of what we talked about last week, where it's like direct, like in your face, and it's just like unsettling and concerning and weird. Um, this game's done a little bit of all of that for me. I think the cornfield really plays into this like open space and not knowing like what's around any corner. I kind of really struggled with this, to be honest. Um, Josh has his hand raised. It's distracting me.
Well,
Yes.
you're from America. You're calling it a cornfield. This would be a rice field.
Oh, I've been calling
Okay,
it the
sure.
cornfield,
Yes.
scarecrow.
Yes.
Anyway.
Sorry, rice field. Let me be correct here. But I had to be honest. I had to look something up here. I struggled a
fair.
little bit.
I think the game broke on me once here. Because it
Ooh,
wouldn't-
tell us about it.
So like, and maybe you had this problem too. I don't know. Like, I ended up having to look it up because like I kept following because like every time you basically have to figure out which one
Yes.
was a clue to be pointed to their next place, right? They're like, and I was like, cool, I'm going that way. Well, I got to one section and like and I found the right enemy and it was pointing this way and I kept going that way, but I kept getting reset because like if you go too far off in the wrong
Yes.
direction, like
it'll
you
just
get
put you
reset,
back.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going the direction, like, and I can't find another group of these enemies to like pick the right one or be told like the riddle and try to figure out who has the thing that I need to get pointed in the next section. So I finally like looked it up and I'm like, I am doing all of these things. Like, but it keeps resetting on me, keep following the right path. So I loaded another save and then it just worked.
Oh.
So I think something's
yeah.
wrong with my game.
I mean, I guess so.
Weird. Yeah, but the scene at the end specifically where you get full screen jump scare.
Yeah. Ugh.
What? Because that's the first time they really. Oh, I lost my mic cover.
That happens every
Yeah,
episode.
it happens.
It does. It does.
Ooh.
That's the first time they really do something like that in this game. Like, I feel like they aren't really doing a whole. They're not relying on a lot of like jump scare full screen like moments. In this game, like you do definitely have some, and these enemies are just also like scary. Like the way that they look in particular, and I know that Josh kind of touched on this last episode where they very much like they look like schoolgirls, and the like this whole theme is about bullying. Like this whole
this
like
whole
section
puzzle,
is specifically about bullying, like pointing out certain things about certain people that you're trying to figure out the clue. Shout out to Rabbit128 for the sub. Silent Hill F codename.
Don't read it. He's tricking you.
Oh.
What?
He's tricking you.
Oh. I shouldn't have read it.
No.
No, you didn't get
You
to
didn't
the
read
part.
it.
You didn't get to the part.
You didn't get it.
I see it now.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
it was one of
So
those things where I have to
funny.
read it out loud, and I'm like, oh. I swear to God, though, if it was me,
Josh
I
Dad
I
would
should
have
have just
read
let
it
it
all.
happen. I should have let it
God
happen.
damn it. I would have read
That's
it real
so
fast,
funny.
too. And it would have probably taken me like 20 seconds.
That's hilarious. Now I've lost my full train of thought.
You're
I don't
talking
know where I
about
was-
this is
Oh,
about
the jump
bullying while
scare.
getting bullying by rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this was definitely one of the most like overt moments. But how are you guys feeling? Like, but well, I don't want to end the scarecrow moment. Like anything else from anyone, or I have questions about how you feel about this story.
I'm sorry. I Rabbit's mad at me now. You're right. You know, he paid for that comment with a
He
with a,
did. He did pay for
subscription.
it.
I'll read it. What
So
Silent Hill F, code name while I developed was Shogun D.
and then
Shogun D.
and then you're supposed to say, well, what's that? And then he follows it
Well,
up.
what's that? Sorry, what's that?
Should
Shogun D's
Shug-
nuts. That's how a rabbit sounds. That's in my head.
Hello,
Shogun
rabbit.
D's
Canon.
nuts.
There you go. See, there we go. We got it. We recreated it.
Shogun D's nuts. Okay.
Do you guys think any of this is real?
Well,
It seems like a dream. It seems like a fever dream.
It does.
I don't
But
know at
also
this
the
point.
town's getting invaded. Like, is the sign is like what's happening in this town like causing everyone to go into like some kind of psychosis? Like,
This is kind of a theme with Silent Hill in general, like what's real, what's not.
Yeah. Have you guys
that's what
noticed?
I don't know.
Have you guys noticed that? First of all, Rinku's a bitch, and I can't stand her. She's horrible.
Rinko, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Rinko.
Even her little.
I think we're about to get Shutter Island, and none of this is real. And I don't know, because something occurred to me in my last like play session. We have not seen Rinko or Shu fight anything or see anything.
Yeah, and you know how like they disappear too.
They
It almost
do.
seems like a game mechanic though, where it's like, oh, they just don't want you to have, you don't want to have like someone following you around.
That's why I get lost.
But there's like little cutscenes where she's just talking to him, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, where'd they go?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
And
They
should we
leave me
talk
a-
about? Oh, go ahead, Jerica.
I'm
Sorry.
just saying, I'm mad at them leaving me alone.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
They're
is-
leaving me behind.
Like I don't know. Like I'm leaning towards it is maybe not like real, what we would call real, but I also don't know how much you're leaning into the supernatural like aspect with like the god of the curse of like this god. So whether the whole like I don't know if it, you know what I mean. Maybe there's a projection of fear and it's like tied into this supernatural deity, but it's actually just a projection and there's still like real life exists past that maybe.
Yeah.
Or is it just like the whole thing's made up? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards that where it's like maybe there is a deity or a supernatural aspect, but what she's experiencing is like some kind of projection.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Who do we think is leaving the notes for her in the other world about the fox god?
Mm.
Because she keeps seeing these notes in the other world with the doll, which I know the doll is kind of tied to her sister.
It almost makes
So-
you feel like it's herself or something.
Yeah, because
What if it's aliens?
Aliens.
Ah.
And, you know, they're manifesting in what they perceive as reality, but aliens have invaded this town with these flowers, alien flowers, but they're seeing spider lilies, right? I'm about to go down.
Yeah.
I just
let's
clicked
go.
with me.
I
Here,
mean,
I
I can
got my
actually see
cake.
it. I can see it.
You know, and it's
I'm
just
ready.
their fears. Their fears are being visualized and manifested. So that way they're not like extra scared to see aliens. They're just seeing
Mhm.
their fears sort of explored, which I don't know. Has Silent Hill ever explored aliens?
I don't think
Huh?
so. Not that I know of.
Ooh.
I'd be down though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I would be fine either way, honestly. Like, I think I just need. I think we're starting to get a little bit more, but I think I just, at this
Put a
point,
poll-
I need a little bit more.
Yeah.
Dreams or aliens? Dream or alien?
Ooh.
Dream more than Alien, I think.
Dream or
Oh,
alien?
Jackal says Silent Hill 2 is a UFO ending.
Shut up.
I do remember. I actually remember something about that. Yeah, it's like a. It's not a normal one. It's like a special ending.
I do know
love
there's
that.
multiple endings with this game.
Yes,
I do know
there
that.
is.
I did.
And so,
I'll probably
has
just
anyone seen spoilers? Has anybody seen anything?
No, I don't know anything.
No.
I haven't. I don't know how this one is.
I haven't either.
I wouldn't do UFOs again.
I'll probably just beat it and then watch the other ones or something. I don't know if I'm gonna have time.
Yeah, I don't think I have time to do Game Plus. But I'm very curious, chat. You guys will have to come along because we're definitely going to ask you about your endings. From a couple of our friends, Coal Mines and Pishwag, who was in the chat earlier, they said they ran about 9 to 10 hours. So we're all around halfway point. Jerica's.
I'm doing the meme.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The aliens meme. You got it.
Yes. I think that would be fun either way. What do we think about? So again, we're kind of diving into like already been talking about spoilers. So if you're here, you know. But there with where we're at so far in the game, at least, when Rinko pushes her down the stairs.
Yeah, I love that moment.
That is so scary.
When it cuts back to her face, it's just the pure like hatred in her face. It wasn't even a monster. She's not even a monster. She's just like her classmate.
Maybe she is. I don't know.
It's interesting because you don't get that. You get there's some. She's definitely wanting to be with the boy, right? The Shu, but
yeah. Well,
Hinako's like
Rinko
best friends.
Yeah.
They're friends, but the girl that you're talking about, like she wants to be more involved, and like at the top layer, I don't think everyone's gossiping behind each other's backs.
Yeah,
so it's
very high school.
They're showcasing, or maybe I just don't know what she's perceiving is in her head, or is it actually real? Like, is this girl all talking shit about her and trying to steal her boyfriend away,
or is it like her fear? Yes,
like
it could be.
I don't know. It could be either or. Like, oh, I don't know yet.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I think that some of the dialogue is like intentionally cringy because it's high school, but like some of the dialogue between like Shu and Hinako and Rinko partner, and he's like, why have you guys never done it? He's like, it's
this is important.
I've always seen her as a friend. And like I'm just like, well,
maybe
okay.
Maybe
it's kind of like
maybe that's her projection too, because like it's all like obviously she is just wanting to enjoy her time and be friends with whoever she wants to be friends with, but it seems like everyone's got an opinion about the way she's perceived,
presenting herself. For sure, which is definitely a core part of the game. Definitely.
I just wonder why that. To your point, though, Kayla, I just wonder why that dialogue is a little cringy. And you're like, "What the? This doesn't sound like how real people talk to each other."
Important.
But also just because high school as well.
Do you have
high school? Yeah, they are dumb kids. So.
Do you have the dialogue in English or Japanese?
I did English.
Yeah, that's why.
Damn it. It's the same thing with anime.
You got to be playing it with the Japanese audio and the English subtitles.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's the acting, it's like really good. It's like
I'm so pissed I can't watch the new episode of My Hero because I have to wait 2 weeks because I refuse to hear.
It's like a dub.
Because I can't eat and it's like I can't play video games and read at the same time.
This is a hot button topic. We're gonna get comments.
Yotei, even worse. Like the English on Yotei, it makes me feel like that game's gonna get canceled or something. It sounds like like a. It sounds like characters on Yotei, like the English voice acting. I've tried it on both. On Silent Hill, I tried the English and.
All right, I'll swap it over.
You need to swap it over. It's better.
Is the translation different? Like, is it?
Yeah,
is it the same exact dialogue, or is it like
I don't know
because
I just leave it in Japanese audio.
That's true.
We don't know.
But it's good.
Okay, we can try it out. Yeah,
I mean, they still say partner in the subtitle.
That's not what's cringy to me. It's there was like specific moments where I was
There's been dialogue that's like
Coleman says it's much better in Japanese. English is very Valley Girl coded.
Yeah.
Nerd alert.
Nerds, dumb son.
I just like
for this,
to watch.
You got to get the immersion. I know what you're saying.
That doesn't immerse me though. Like I get it.
I'm actually not like I'm not like I don't want to say I'm not like one of those. With anime, I think you can enjoy. I actually understand your argument with like sometimes with like anime, just wanting to be able to focus in a different way.
Some shows I can't though because it is that bad. Like you don't have the same voice cast.
I think
for
with
every
Silent Hill F, there's not enough dialogue where you need to like worry about it as much. So like I think a little subtitle, try it out, see how you like it.
To Jackal 194's point, I'm playing with the dub because it's too hard for me to read and fight a boss.
Yeah, but
I've watched a lot
you
of
know.
anime, so I just get the not
She
cringe,
understands
but yeah, maybe
Japanese.
the translation's just a little bit off. So
Yeah.
I sort of give it some grace there, but dang.
Try it.
Yeah. I'm very
This
curious to
game,
see where we go.
One
Yeah,
question thing while we're talking about the story a little bit. So right before you get to the scarecrow, or after right where you're talking about, she gets pushed in the stairs, and you go to the other
Mhm.
world, like where you're at, where you find the staff and everything. There's some interesting things in there because now you've been warned about this fox god or whoever he is
Yeah.
for a while, but he seems nice. And then in her journal, she's like, I don't know, she kind of almost calls him like almost like a prince, and she's in a fairy tale, and she's kind of cautious but also kind of trusting of him. But then also, you go into that one room, and it has like these scroll of like paintings of other women almost like throughout the ages, and then it gets to her, it looks like her, but then she has no head. Did you notice that?
Oh no, I
It's
didn't see
creepy.
that.
I'll have to
catch,
find it.
dude. Good catch.
It's
Yeah.
like different women that kind of look like her, but it's like they're dressed in different clothes, like traditional Japanese clothes, and like different clothes, and then it
Interesting.
goes to one on her, and then yeah, I'll see if I can find it in a B-roll while
Put it
you
in the
talk about something.
Discord. You could
Well,
also put it in the Discord,
yeah.
yeah.
Is Fox guy
I
trying to cut down on
Something's
women
weird.
equality here? Like,
I don't know.
he's like,
It's
oh,
and
this
well,
must
there's
be
like a
going
lot of
outside the norm.
there's a lot of little notes where he's like, she belongs to me, or like you belong to me now. It's like a very like patriarchal, like ownership type something going on there,
Which goes back
Yeah.
to the dad and the
Yeah,
sister.
yeah.
Hmm. By the way, any of the points where there's like a voice calling in the background, that shit freaks me out too.
Yeah.
Like, and they do that a lot in this game. They play with like I do finally now know I'm using my new AirPods, my pros.
Mm.
Ooh.
And the surround sound definitely does its job when it comes to like where certain like audio things are located. I've been
Yeah.
noticing that a lot more lately, and it freaks me out.
What about the boss fight there?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. That Sakura. Is it Sakura or Sakura?
Sakuko.
Yeah, yeah.
Sakuko.
Yes.
She is freaky as hell. And the
That
way
mouth.
like what that mouth do,
She's
yeah.
the friend that owes you 500 yen.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
Oh,
she's bringing it up. Don't worry. She doesn't let us forget. And I swear to God, if I hear her dodge this one more time, I was so pissed off.
Dodge this.
I was so
Maybe
irritated.
she says something different in the Japanese version.
Josh, is that what she says
I
over
can't
and over again?
remember. I couldn't read it because I was fighting the boss, so I couldn't look down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I actually took Japanese in college, and I've been to Japan, so I can actually understand some of the conversational Japanese.
Josh, I do need you to be our tour guide when we go to Japan.
Hey, okay.
Okay, cool. Sidebar
There you
combo
go.
at some point.
Sold.
I'll sneak you into
IRL
my
Japan
queue
stream.
cast.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, content. We
Okay.
do content
Silent
all the
Hill
time.
tour.
Yeah.
Jerica needs a vacation from content. Let her be. But no, I really like that boss fight. However, it was hard. Josh, say it verbatim. Rabbit said.
With the Japanese stuff.
Yes, you're on the spot now.
No, I'm watching B-roll to try to find this scroll. So keep talking.
Okay.
No, the boss fight was tough. I think she looked really cool though. I am interested, like, what happened to her? Like, is it too literal for the other world to be like purgatory in a way? Because like obviously she saw her dead body in the real world and like wrapped her up in cloth. Am I wrong? Like they saw her dead body, right? Her friend?
Well,
No?
they wrapped her in
They
that little
found somebody
store.
dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
her
was
at the
her.
store. Yeah. Right.
And so then she's in this like other world. Like, is it possible that this other world is either fake or like is some sort of like purgatory that
Maybe because
And
now
it
I'm in
goes,
a
like, back
section
and forth.
that you're exploring other people in this place.
Yeah.
That I don't think are
there's
dead.
something weird. Yeah.
That's why I said aliens.
Yeah.
But Kayla, before without going to this place, I would assume yes, but not now. I think
Okay.
something else is happening. But
Yeah.
shoot, they all could be dead at this point. So you could be right because we
I
haven't. Who
personally,
knows?
yeah. I personally would like another flashback of some sort. Give me a flashback.
Yeah, just something to see like how they were before this whole thing happened to the town. So
Because I can
know,
barely
like,
remember how we got there. Yeah.
well, that
Flashback
might
would be good.
give away too much then. This is the journey that we're on. They want you to
that
be
is
on
true.
your toes and not know what's happening. What's real, what's illusion. I put it here in the notes. Like, we don't know yet. Is it aliens?
The thing is, I'm kind of trusting coal mines on this a little bit, even though, some things we disagree on, some things we don't. But I think that, they're saying this is like a 9 out of 10 or something. So I'm wondering if this really like kind of just comes together at the end story wise.
I'm curious.
Because we're already like
Did
halfway.
Patrick give his rating? Did
And we're-
Patrick
Yeah,
give
I
his
think
rating?
I think he's up there too.
Pretty
I think
high
he
up
said a
there.
9.
So
Yeah.
I think we're all of us are in the same place. We're like, well, I need a little more story, need a little more. I'm
Yeah,
wondering if
a
this
little bit
just
more.
all like just happens,
Yeah.
If any
I
of
think
us
it
hit
can.
that moment, we're like, oh shit, damn this game. I'm gonna send y'all a funny emoji.
Oh, okay.
You'll know when you see it.
Ooh. In the Discord
Is that
or
powder puff?
Maybe.
could
Maybe.
be something.
Yeah.
I think that's all that I really have. I'm excited to keep playing. Like, it's definitely, I think knowing that it's a pretty like short and concise experience like helps me kind of like look forward to it, because I do think if this was like a traditional like 40, 50 hour game, I don't know if it would be like, I don't know if I could do it.
Just to update us, like how many different like levels that we have left. I just finished I'm about to wrap up at the worship hall. We got Mountain Path, Main Hall, Shimizu Residence, Dark
Okay.
Shrine Rooms, Fog Town, and then final Shrine
We're
Path.
pretty close. Couple
So
more.
we're like, we're basically halfway. We
Yeah.
could say we're halfway done.
Um,
Maybe even less, because I don't know how long those levels are. So
I sort of found it. You can watch it on stream real quick, but basically she goes into the room. This player,
oh yeah.
this player kind of zooms past the first part, but you can see in the back wall there's like women in different kind of traditional Japanese looking clothing, and on the back wall there's like different ones. But then when you turn back, they're all gone except for a picture of her. So you'll see she turns around and there's just a picture of her with that's headless. It's a schoolgirl uniform with no head. And then in the place of the scrolls that were just there, or the paintings, there's now writing on the wall that says, "Don't trust him."
Ooh.
oh no, these aliens are
Very
trying to
strange.
kill women that have unique thoughts or have thoughts that could evolve the human race. These are the women of
Yeah.
the future the aliens are trying to kill and murder.
Exactly. A couple things in the chat. Coleman said I also had these thoughts at the point you guys are
see.
at. So
That means it gets better,
Okay.
or it sounds like keep going.
for sure. Jackal also said it's a 9 out of 10 for me as well.
Wow.
Damn, that's high.
Which is
Let's
really
go.
high. Yeah.
There's potential
Okay.
still for me. I'm really enjoying it, and it all kind of comes down to this back half of the game, whether it lands, essentially.
Very fun. I'm excited. And what is our Jericho? Remind us of our goals for next week. What's our
Well,
goals? Unfortunately, Josh won't be with us,
Yeah.
but I think we
I
might be
will-
joined by
Literally
a
and
guest.
figuratively, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will have a special guest for this next episode. And Josh, even though you won't be here, if you want to send me a short little synopsis
Yeah,
of
that's
your
what I'll do.
experience, I can
Ooh, that'll
read
be
it
fun.
and get in the character of you,
Okay.
and I will read it. Maybe I read it in Japanese.
Okay. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Oh, or you could send in a video or something.
Yeah,
Or
I could
maybe
send a
one
video
sentence.
report.
I'll read one sentence. You can send me your whole recap, but one sentence I will say in Japanese.
Okay.
Wow.
It'd be
That's
fun.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to finish the game. It's going to be one of my few finishes of this year. And I definitely am intrigued by all of our people that have said it's so good. I'm very curious if is it a go to continue?
The back loom.
The back loom.
The back loom. That's
We're gonna
something.
call it. That's the game. The back
That's
rooms.
The back
The
looms.
backlog of Doom program is very pleased with us.
Mm.
Really excited that we're beating a
Ooh.
game finally. It says
So-
finally.
To be clear, the backlog of Doom program
Yeah.
likes you to beat the games.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Because
basically
overloaded or something.
Yeah, it
Okay.
says that it can't breathe.
Gotcha.
And that's actually why it's corrupting my system until it can get some free space because it's getting squished.
Gotcha.
Rabbit just wrote you a Japanese letter to end the stream on.
Well, see,
Can you
I
read it
can't
for us?
read things out loud from Rabbit.
Yeah, I don't know what that says.
Well, you can in Japanese.
There's some swear words in this, technically.
There's some
Yeah.
words.
Oh my
Well, guys,
gosh.
we can end the show and I'm gonna do a little raid. We haven't done a little.
That's about right.
That's so funny. He knew at least that. We're gonna raid our friend Shay Noel, who is playing Borderlands. So
Oh, I
that's
missed
gonna be
that
where we
game.
go.
Hey, yeah, Borderlands.
Yeah.
Jerica, remember that game?
I have so many keys. All of
Yeah.
Randy's keys I'm getting.
Got it.
Randy, the keys, Randy.
Skeleton
All right,
keys.
y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.